All right, welcome to a session of math we didn't do before. Here we talk about all these new ways to learn math so that parents and kids can understand the new ways of math thinking that are research-based and based on the curriculum that we're teaching. So we follow the Illustrative Mathematics curriculum, 6th grade, and they are showing a new way to scaffold and teach the concept of variables and variable equations and expressions. All right, so this is what we call a balance hanger. All right, and this is going to be very important for understanding the concept of variables, okay? So in our balance hanger, right, we have an X variable and we have a 3 block on the left side. So when we have these two blocks, we're adding them together. So this is going to be X plus 3. And then we have a balance hanger, and we know from a balance hanger that it's balanced, so we're always going to have an equal sign, that equal sign in the middle. And on the right side, we have an 8 block. So that means X plus 3 equals 8. All right, so everybody knows really that X is 5 here because it's pretty simple to think 5 plus 3 is 8. But we're going to show the ways that we learn to do this in the balance hanger assignments. So you can do it the way that we learned in school, where it's you minus 3 and you minus 3 on both sides, and you can do it vertically, but they also do it horizontally. So if I do 3 minus 3, that crosses out, and we have 0. So then we have X by itself is equal to 8 minus 3, which is 5, all right, and X equals 5. All right, and this is the way that I learned it without the balance hanger. Now, if we wanted to try with the balance hanger and with the way that Illustrative Mathematics teaches it, we do it horizontally. So it would be X plus 3 minus 3 equals 8 minus 3. What we do on the left is what we do on the right? We're subtracting 3 from both sides because this is an addition equation. So we do the opposite operation on both sides to get the variable alone. So then we know that X plus 3 minus 3 is 0, right? So that would be X plus 0 equals A minus 3 is 5, all right? And then we know that X plus 0 is going to be X. Anything plus 0 is going to be the same value. So X equals 5. All right, and this can get complicated, but a balance hanger is a good visual representation of what variables mean, right? So whenever we have a variable, say it's Z, right, and then we have a block hanging, right, we could say it was we could say a block is 33, right? And then if we have the balance hanger, right, we could say that this whole block is 53, right? And then that would just mean that Z plus, right, because we have 2 on the left side, right, 33 equals 53, which is on the right side, and equals is that balance hanger, that balance, right? So then what we'd have here is we would do Z plus 33 minus 33 equals 53 minus 33. And that would mean that we have 33 minus 33 is 0, so that cancels out. We'd have Z equals 53 minus 33 is 20. Z equals 20, all right? So this is just a way for the students to think about variables visually, right? Some people might be confused because we just learned the standard way of X plus 3 equals 8, and you have to solve for X. But I do like this way for thinking about visual representations. I'm gonna close this with a version that the kids might like. So imagine we have our balance hanger, right? And then we have, let's say, a diamond, which can represent, let's say M, right? Let's say the variable is M, right? And then we have another M, all right? Okay. And then we have 67, 67, right? And 67. 57 would be one really long block. Let's say that, right? 6, 7, right? And then let's say that this whole thing is 87, right? Let's say the whole thing is 87. Oh, this block is not. All right. All right, so let's say this block is 87, right? Okay, so then if we're solving this, we have two m's here. That means that this is 2 times n, right? So let's say we have 2 times m, 2 groups of m equal 2 groups of m, right? Plus 6, 7, 67, right? Equals, on the right side, right? We have 87, right? So 2 groups of m, which the kids are learning now, is we could write this as just the coefficient, which is 2 and m, right? 2m is the same thing as saying 2 times m, or 2 groups of m, right? Because we have a group here and a group here, right? So 2m plus 6, 7, 67 equals 87, right? So I want you to solve this along with me. Let's try this, right? So 2m, right, plus 6, 7 minus 6, 7 equals 87 minus 6, 7, right? Okay, because we're subtracting 6, 7 on each side. So we know that 6, 7 minus 6, 7 is 0, right? And then we can deduce that 2m is now by itself, and it's equal to 87 minus 6, 7, which is 20. So that means that 2 groups of m, right, if we have our 2 m's, that is equal to 20 in total. So that means that 1m should be half of that, right? So the way that we would do this is we would divide by 2 on both sides, right? Because we have 2 times m. So that means 2 times m, 2m, divided by 2, right? Remember, because we're doing the same operation horizontally here, right? 2m divided by 2 equals 20 divided by 2, right? So we know that 2 divided by 2 is 1, which means we'd have 1 times m, right? Let's say that, right? We'd have 2m divided by 2. If I have 2m divided by 2 equals 20 over 2, right? We know that 2 divided by 2 is 1, right? So that means that this cancels out, right? And then we're left with m equals 20 divided by 2, which is what, everyone? 10, okay? So m equals 10 here. So in this diagram, this means that 1m is 10, and 1m is 10, right? And then we can check this by thinking about it, right? If we have 10 plus 10, right, plus 6, 7 on the left is equal to 87 on the right. We know 10 plus 10 is 20, and we know 20 plus 6, 7 would be 87, which means we have 87 equals 87. All right, that's all I have for you, but this is an idea of how to do balance hangers. I will send out a couple extra worksheets for people to think about these kind of thinking. Also, we have some homework problems that I might go over another time. But this is math we didn't do before. I never learned this. I had to learn this on the fly. And I imagine a lot of parents might look at their kids' homeworks and be like, what is this? We never learned this. We never did this before. So just keeping y'all prepared. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe, or follow, depending on the platform you're on. Tell me what you like. Tell me if you want me to go faster or slower. Also, if you want to buy me a coffee or Patreon, I have those in my bio, and I have those in my comments. So I'd appreciate that, because I'm doing this for free after work which I don't get paid enough, but that's beside the point. All right, bye guys.